In 1991, Biggie got arrested in North Carolina for selling crack. And he had to do 9 months in jail. Were you with him during that whole time, or were you still locked up and going back and forth?
I was up north when Big got locked up.
Okay. So that was the first time he got locked up, though.
Well, he got locked up because I got blamed for it. He got locked up for a burn up here.
Okay.
He got locked up for a burn up here, I think in 89, 90. Like it was like right before I got locked up.
Uh-huh. Okay, but the 9 months that he got locked up for, that was the longest stretch that he had to do, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he does his 9-month stretch. He comes back home, and you and O actually encourage him to make a demo?
Let me see. This is when he was making tapes with 50, I think, before I came home. Like when I came home, they was already doing it. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And cause when I came home, like it's another thing. When I came home, I was only home 4 months. So when I came home November, I got locked back up in March. So like when I came home, he was already going to 50 grand basement and doing tapes. You know, then he did the Unsigned Hype, where he took the pictures and all that on Bedford and Quincy. That was right before I got locked up.
Right, because he puts together the demo tape, Microphone Murderer, with DJ 50 Grand. Mr. C finds the tape, gives it to the source, to Matty C, and then he gets put in an Unsigned Hype, like you mentioned. And then that kind of triggers, and at that time, Unsigned Hype almost guaranteed you a record deal. Like if you made an Unsigned Hype, that meant that every label was going to be looking at you seriously.
We were super hype. Like.
Right. That was a big, big deal during that era. And with that appearance, that's when Puffy heard him and signed him to Uptown Records, where he was I guess an intern at the time.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. See, at this time, right after, probably a week after we took the picture on Bedford and Quincy, I got locked up.
Okay. So you get locked up, but when do you get back out again?
I get back out the end of 95, December 95.
Aha, okay. So you missed out on 3 years of all that.
Yeah, I missed out on all his grind.
Right, because after he gets signed to Uptown, he shows up on Mary J's Real Love remix.
Well, actually, I think the first joint I heard was a bunch of niggas on Heavy D tape.
Exactly. Yeah, and that had Biggie, had Heavy D, Biggie, Busta Rhymes, Guru, and some other cats.
Yeah, I think Q-Tip was on. Well, yeah, I think so. But yeah, I think that's the first joint I heard. But right. I was in the States, so we don't get mixtapes, none of that. Like upstate, you wasn't getting any of that at that time.
Right, because then in 93, he drops Party and Bullshit, which was his first kind of official single on Uptown, which, got some local buzz, but it didn't really blow yet. And Big ends up having a daughter, Tiana, right around that time. Puffy ends up getting fired from Uptown, starts Bad Boy, and he signs Biggie to Bad Boy. But Biggie's still really not making any money, so he's hustling, trying to make money on the side. And I guess Puff finds out about it and tries to get him to stop. Were you still in contact with him as he's kind of going through these steps, or were you just locked up and not really in contact?
I mean, I was up north, but it's hard because you got to call collect, and he got to be in the crib. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be like, I try, boom, oh, he ain't here, boom. So I catch him sporadically because, like I said, he's on his grind. You know, I'm respect. You know, you gotta respect that. He on his grind. He's doing what he got to do in order, you know, for him to feed his family and all of that. So we wasn't in closer contact as, you know, like an everyday thing. You know what I'm saying? But we will always touch bases, you know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I'm in contact with Nino and them. That's a crib I can call every day somebody's there. So I'm getting the wire for about everything that's going on by calling knee crib. You know what I'm saying? This is how I found out O passed away.
Right. So O ends up getting killed while you're locked up.
Yeah.
How badly did that affect you?
Man. Like, that's like the other part. You know what I'm saying? It's like right now, like I'm like, my two best friends is dead. You know what I'm saying? I got other people that I love. That's, you know what I'm saying? These are my two best friends that we used to talk about what we think about 5 years from now. You know what I'm saying? These are only two dudes that knew my mother. Rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? So that was that was a like a real stressful situation. Then being on top of that, being in jail, so I can't get to people or not get to the, you know.
Yeah, I think, what year did O get killed? Do you remember?
92.
92.
Yeah, I was in reception. I was in Ulster Correctional Facility.